My name is Mark Cho. I'm co-founder of the Armoury, which is a chain of classic men's stores in Hong Kong and New York. The approach of the Armoury is that we want to help build collections and sell collections that are kind of timeless. Tailoring has been around for about 150 years now, and it is essentially unchanged. And if you think about like things that humans have created and invented over the years, it's very rare to find something that has been so long-lasting. And what captivated me about the whole thing was just how rich it all was, right? Like, I loved the history of it, I loved the cultural context of it, I loved the rules of it. So, I wanted to promote the world of tailoring to people and just get it out to a broader audience. My mentality when it comes to watch collecting, firstly, like, you buy what you want. After you've bought it, you kind of think about like, how do I wear it, right? Like, I treat watches more like how I would treat, am I gonna buy this garment or not? Because if I buy a garment for myself, I sort of want it to like slide into a particular slot of my life. For me, like, I don't wear any jewelry. The man's watch is the only piece of jewelry that I could imagine myself wearing. And so, it is quite expressive as a result, right? Like, your eye will always end up going to it. I think it can definitely enhance and complement an outfit, just in terms of like making sure your color palette is within a certain range. Certainly having metal, be it steel or gold or platinum or whatever, like having that little glint of something hard on your body is also like a very interesting visual point of interest. I was kind of flicking through Instagram one day. I saw that Wei had put up, had announced like this new L.U.C Chopard piece. I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. So with the Chopard, that's a versatile watch, white gold, salmon dial. So the colors are fairly neutral. It really just comes down to what strap you're gonna put on there. Obviously, black gaiter would be that classic dressy choice, especially if you're wearing black shoes. I'm definitely in favor of like trying to match watch leather colors with other accessories in the outfit, especially your shoes. Given the guilloche, I actually would like to see it more with lizard than with gaiter, just because then you see that very tight little dot kind of extend around the wrist as well. Today I brought a few watches from my collection, kind of also with the L.U.C Chopard in mind, because one of the things I really like about that piece is that it's going back to that old traditional 36mm size, and I've always had a soft spot for smaller watches. I really just can't quite get my head around larger watches, This is really small. That should be 32mm. It's the collection PRIVÉE Cartier SANTOS-DUMONT in platinum, and then I actually had a Stingray strap made for it as well. Just an experiment, and I really like it. So that's small, but I think very wearable, at least for me and for a guy with smaller wrists. This AP in steel and tantalum. This was issued when Nick Faldo won his first championship. I love this actually more than the automatic ones. Like, I'm not a diehard it has to be mechanical guy. I think there's a time and a place for quartz. And in this case, it just creates such a slim profile for the watch. Today I have on an FP Journe that's not particularly well known. This is the Divine 36, which was actually a women's watch. But I don't mind wearing smaller watches. I don't find it particularly girly. Rose gold, with the gold movement as well. Complicated, so it's got 120-hour power reserve, date, moon phase. They didn't make very many of them, but when I saw it, I was just like, oh, that's pretty cool. I gotta try that out. Ultimately, I think that old classic watchmaking, especially time only, that's good enough for me. That always satisfies me.